Clark with Reclaim Warehouse, and we are going to be talking about tablescapes today, and we're going to just do some videos and some tutorials coming up, and that way we can just inform you of the things that I've learned over the last 18 years of doing design and decorating, and get to share that with you. So maybe it'll save you some time or do things a little bit easier, or best of all, maybe save you some money. So we're gonna wait just a couple of minutes to let people get on. It did just turn 1 o'clock, and some other things that we're gonna have is a YouTube channel. So we actually have a YouTube channel right now. So you can go there and click the little bell to turn on your notifications so you know when we have a new tutorial coming out, and subscribe to our channel. And there's going to be a lot of things on there that we may not be doing on Facebook or Instagram. So make sure to go there and subscribe, and we would really appreciate it. So we're going to be talking about tablescapes today, and different rules that are going to help you not have a cluttered table and be confident in your design and your decorating of what you've done, and it's going to look fabulous, and it's going to make it a little bit easier for you. So 3 simple rules is what we're going to talk about, and yeah, make sure that you also like and share our page, so that way you can get your friends on here. We would really appreciate that, and that way we can just kind of share our tips and tricks with everybody. So we're gonna wait just a couple more minutes, and I don't know what to do in this interim time. I don't know, guys. So next round, we are also gonna go live on YouTube. No idea what that looks like, but we're gonna try it and see if you find very helpful. And if you do, let us know in the comments. That would be really great. Can you guys hear me well? If you can hear me, if you could just like drop an emoji or something, just so I'm not really like just talking to myself, that would be awesome. And if you can like see, can everybody see the table well? So last Wednesday was our first 1 o'clock Wednesday live that we did, and we covered floral arrangements, and there were a little bit of tutorial type things going on, but we realized that the camera was a little bit far away, so you couldn't really see really well what I was doing. So we did end up getting a lot of messages come back and saying, hey, can you like show me what you did there, and can you go back? And so we are going to put that on a tutorial for you, and we'll put it on YouTube. And I'm going to show you a little bit the double one. I'm going to show you a little bit here how to do that. And so then we also covered the faux water. We had a lot of questions over the faux water. So be watching for that over on YouTube. And yeah, I say we get started in some easy ways to kind of help you through tablescaping. We've got Easter coming up, Mother's Day coming up, so you may be inviting friends or family over and wanting to set the table or do something fun and festive for those holidays or events, or maybe just your everyday, if you have a formal dining room and you're wanting it to always look jazzed up, maybe this will help you do that and give you some ideas and inspiration there. So first thing on the rules, we're going to talk about place setting. So be creative here. There's a lot of different things you could do on place settings, and I could probably talk all day long on that. But what I just kind of have set out here is 2 different styles here. So we're going to talk about chargers. Here at Reclaim Warehouse, we do have these really cool wood chargers. They're wood slices. So add fun and interest to your table. You can get so creative here and use so many different things. We also have some galvanized chargers, some gold chargers. The seagrass baskets are always great. So have fun with this. You're gonna layer up those plates and bowls. If you ever have questions on flatware and you don't know how to set it up, or if you're gonna leave it be all fancy, you're gonna leave it all out, the rule of thumb on flatware, you're gonna go forks on the left, small and then big, then you've got your knife, and then your 2 spoons, small then big. So kind of easy way to remember, you read left to right, small to large, left to right. So just easy little place setting here. Water glass and wine goblet also goes to your upper right. I didn't bring glasses and things out. We're not super formal and fancy over at my house. If we're gonna have a place setting out at all, it would probably be pretty simple like this. We don't really do the saucers and the whole collection, because if you are gonna do a formal dining set, or you go anywhere really out of the United States and do a real dining table setting, this area is full of all dinnerware. They may have 5 or 6 different glasses and more plates, more saucers. You might even have a coffee cup or a teacup. So for us, informal dinnerware, this is kind of what this looks like. And the more layers you do in this, the more interest and the more character that you're going to give your place setting for your guests. Wouldn't do too much here, just because if you're also going to have your food come out to your table, you don't want this to start getting really cluttered, and you still want it to be casual and comfortable and not tight and stuffy with a lot of clutter. So these, by the way, we only have 8 left. So we have 8 plates and 8 bowls. So first come, first serve on these, because they are marked half off, but these are beautiful watercolored stoneware dishes. So they're super high quality. The price on that, so like this bowl is $10. And the color, it's a blush, beautiful for Easter. And also that same set has these hand-blown glass goblets. So first come, first serve on those. There's only a set of 8, so if you need more than that, we can't get any more. So let's move on over to number 2. We're still going to talk about odd numbers. So we kind of covered this last time. Tablescaping you're still the same. Odd numbers are going to be more pleasing to the eye. So if you have a round table or a smaller table, maybe you're going to do 1 centerpiece in the middle. If you have a larger, longer dining table, maybe we go with 3 and do 3 floral arrangements, or something long and linear if you're going to do 1, or something overscaled like our glass, I forget what this thing is called. Anyway, vase. Larger, overscaled, really tall. It's still gonna work for a long, large table. So odd numbers still ring true here. The third thing would be the personal touch. So we've got our place setting, still casual comfort. We've got our centerpiece, and then we're gonna go in with the personal touch. And this is gonna make it really personalized for your guests, whether you do some cardstock and you write their name and you wanna place it on their place setting, or maybe you get some greenery and you put it in the bowl and you wanna put their name on something creative here. The personal touch would be the last thing I would probably do to kind of complete my table. So even if you wanted to get little tea lights and you sprinkled that through, I would classify that as your personal touch item. I wouldn't go and get a lot of random tchotchkes and put them on my table, even though if you were to take a few of them and set them with something you've created here and it looked really great together, I still wouldn't take those items and place them on the table, because it's just gonna end up having too much interest everywhere, and it's just gonna make your table feel cluttered and messy. So kind of just stick to those 3 and you're gonna have a very clean, simple, organized, pleasing to the eye table there. Lots of different options in centerpieces. So centerpieces, you can really have fun, really get creative. Kind of a little bit of what we just covered with the section of 3s. On the creative side, create a conversational piece. That is one really fun and great thing, because you can basically use anything. Something that you already have, or go to a Salvation store, or I loved a good flea market, or to go picking. Get something that's just really cool to you and maybe completely out of the box. And we can use our foam floral technique that we learned last week and apply it to this if you want to get even more creative with it and add some greenery and some flowers. That's a really fun thing to do. I wish I still had it in Christmas decorations. I did a red fire truck and added natural holly and some Christmas greenery to that fire truck. It was a great centerpiece. It was just something fun. It was really old, rusty. So it was something that you could just easily be like, oh, that's really cool. How did you find it? Where did it come from? So think really outside of the box on that and get fun, decorative, unique items there. So if you have questions along the way, please post them. I'm going to go ahead and answer those now. So that way you might have the same question as somebody else and we can just knock them all out now. And then that's going to help everybody. So if you do have questions, just go ahead and throw them on there and we'll cover them. So number 2, this is really easy. We're still talking about centerpieces here. So if you were to do something like this and you had a good size vase, these are just the red buds that are blooming outside right now. So just go, like, cut you some off. I literally just stopped on my way into work today and snipped these. Don't tell anybody, off the entrance of our neighborhood, because they're just really pretty. The great purple florals. You would want the stems to go further down into this vase. And obviously if you've got water in here, they're gonna stay fresh longer. But if you're not really into fresh florals, which these are free, but you would have to go out and snip some, every so often. So then this one right here is one of our florals here at Reclaim Warehouse, and it's only $20. And really, you only need one. So don't feel like you need to go and get a big cluster or anything. One is plenty for something like this, and kind of gives you more of that like whimsical bohemian type feel here with this floral. If you have never come into our stores yet, you need to do so, especially if you're interested in botanicals, because they are great. They're gonna have like larger leaves, larger flowers, more vibrant in color. I absolutely love our botanicals selection here at the store. So if that's something that you are needing to revamp that tablescape, come and see us and we will help you put some things together. The dough bowl from last week. I know this was a hot topic because this was a tip that I learned. Oh, back up. I didn't cover the napkin. Okay, this right here, this is a super easy thing. So if you want to get real fancy with it and you want to add that extra color and texture to the table, you don't have to go out and buy expensive napkins. This right here was just some fabric that I had left over, and I used pinking shears. So if you don't know what that is, it's the scissors that have kind of the zigzag shape going down. Can you see that? And when you cut fabric with this, it's going to help it to not fray. Now, the fabric that I chose is kind of a linen filling fabric, and so even if it frayed a little on the edges, I think it adds character to it. I still really like it. But you can get some inexpensive fabric, some really funky prints or great colors that you are wanting to do, and feel like you can just use this here. I kind of did a 18 by 18 square with mine, and I folded it in a triangle shape, and then I'm just going to place that on top of my plate and then put my bowl on top of that, maybe stick a little greenery sprig. So that would be just really fun, easy for spring. Simple white plates, some fun fabric for the napkin, and then your bowl and a greenery sprig. Love that. Okay, the dough bowl. I'm gonna get all of those. I promise at some point I'm gonna not say every sentence. It's just gonna take me some time. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me, and I will get better, I promise. So the dough bowl. This is what we're talking about and what we got all the questions about. This right here is spray foam insulation. And this is what the can looks like. You can get it at any of your local hardware store. We got this at Home Depot. And the reason why it's orange, a lot of the times when I use it, I don't get the orange one, I just get the regular. So this is actually Fire Block, which is why it's orange, but it doesn't matter. You're just looking for foam that you can spray in something. This is really great for any irregular shaped, like floral vase, or that interesting thing that we're gonna put on the middle of the table. Anything that you're gonna have a hard time sticking floral foam in, which I should have brought a piece of floral foam. Not everybody knows what that is. Those are the green blocks that you can get at a crafting store, and you're gonna set that inside something, but not everything is gonna be rectangular and square. So then you have to cut it, and then you have to make sure it stays just right, and they're kind of expensive. So the solution to that I have found is this. You can get it for a couple of bucks, and you're gonna just spray this. It looks like this when you open. Oh, this is the one I used. I don't know if there you go. So you're gonna just spray this. And the reason why I did it in a double like this was a lot of people, when we buy these, they're like, this is really great, I just don't know how to decorate with it. Well, what we're gonna make today is gonna be great for your centerpiece of your tablescape. And I just wanted to have 2 clusters of greenery and succulents on my dough bowl. I didn't want to fill the whole thing, although that would be beautiful and you could do that. I kind of just wanted to do it this way. This is also, if you were to get a really long one that we do have, you could kind of do the same method and do more of an S shape, more of a natural flow, and maybe that way you could still stick candle pillars in there, or maybe you have Easter eggs or something that you're wanting to incorporate for your theme of what you're doing. You have room for that still. It's not all just mounded up and just flowers. So these are going to be somewhat permanent. I mean, you can flip this up out of here, but you're probably going to still have some residue. And so just know that going in, if you've got grandma's heirloom and you're trying to make it into something really cute, probably don't use this. Unless maybe it's glass, you probably would be able to completely clean it off. But just know this is gonna leave some things behind. I'd probably try to pick things that this is what it's going to become from now on. So,
the spray foam.
Don't get it on your hands.
Oh, great tip. Sorry, she's giving me a little tidbit to share, but I'm playing charades. So what we were saying, you do not want to get this on your hands. You get it on your hands or on your nails that you just had done or whatever, it is not coming off for a very long time. And everything in the world is gonna stick to it. You're gonna get judged for it. Don't get it on your hands. Moss. So last week I shared, it's all the same, but last week I shared sheet moss and it looks like this, and we got it, did we get this at Home Depot? Okay, so we got this at a home improvement store and it looks like this. This one right here was a much bigger bag and a better price. So it came from Hobby Lobby. And you're gonna need this for if you're gonna plan on doing floral arrangements, you're just gonna need some. So go for the big bag, you won't regret it. I would definitely go here. So what you're going to do, you're gonna take this and you're gonna fully cover the orange spray foam here. And one other, not that it still doesn't matter because you are gonna cover it, but if you don't get the one that is Fire Block, the color of the foam is just more of a, like a vanilla or a nude type color. And so it might be a little bit easier to hide the foam than something that's brighter like an orange. So we're gonna cover. Now, if you're real fancy and you're wanting to just like really do this right, you would get floral pins, which kind of look like a U-shaped paper clip. And which you could probably actually use paper clips, and that might, they're inexpensive, so that wouldn't actually help you. But Okay, so you're gonna fully cover your foam. This stuff is actually peat moss, so it's real. And you are gonna have, like, the back side is the roots and the dirt, top side is the actual peat moss. If that weirds you out, I know they do have faux out there that you can get. I just like this. I like the natural look of it, and I like the way that this looks better. And it's not gonna, it doesn't have bugs or anything in it like that, so you don't have to worry that you're bringing in insects or something like that. So we're fully covered here, and I went ahead and brought in, which just kind of just looks cute how it is. So this is just a little, except for this little sprig that's sticking out here. I got some, this is just a fern or greenery sprig that's here, and I went and got a collection of succulents. We have a succulent tower here at Reclaim Warehouse. It's really fun, has lots of different succulents in it. They're really great priced. I think all of them are $8 or less. And we have these greenery fern sprigs here as well. But one tip you can do, you don't need to buy a bunch. So for something like this, I'm still gonna wanna do groups of 3. So if I was gonna try to do it the way I'm preaching it, you would get 3 of these. Russell is hiding in the window. He's gonna love that.
We have a quick question.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Tiffany K is asking, or she said, cute idea, but I'm so interested in the hanging wreaths behind you. Are those wine barrel rings?
Twine and greenery to this one. This ribbon that's at the top, that's just staple gunned to that wood bar at the top, is just a roll of burlap ribbon that I also got from my crafting store. So this entire wall right here, you don't need to buy 3, is what I was gonna tell you on here. So when you get one of these, you could just get a bushel or 2, and you can get your wire cutters. They're also called dikes if you go to a home improvement store and you wanna buy some. Separate them out like this, and then just go through, well, here's one that I've already started right here. Just go through and take your wire cutters, and you're gonna wanna go up to the base right here so you get a longer stem and snip it off. So you're gonna end up with this collection that I've already snipped off from this plant here. And this is gonna help you like spread that greenery out amongst your dough bowl so you don't need quite so much. So instead of spending $7, or we just spent $7 versus $21 buying 3. Let's do that quick math. I'm really bad at math. Okay, so we're just gonna go around. We've got our foam up underneath there, and we're just going to start putting them in. The reason why I don't do the floral pins is I'm probably going to hold everything that I need to in place using my stems. So we're gonna be just fine. And so that you don't have to watch me do the entire thing, I'm just gonna kind of do this front side. Because you guys get the idea. Okay, so we'll say that this is good. This is all we wanted to put on here. I would probably still go at it like I'm making my clusters of 3. So I might do a good cluster here, maybe a good one here, and one more on this front side. Then I'm gonna take my succulents, and these are the succulents that I chose. And the reasons why I chose what I chose. So, I don't know if you see a pattern here, but they're all still odd numbers. We have 3. They're not the exact same, like this one's a little different than these, but they can be in the same group. Same for here, same group because of the color. And then we have an oddball guy who brings different everything. He brings different texture, he brings different colors. So I liked him because he just brought in that little bit unexpected item there. So the way I'm gonna arrange mine is I'm gonna put clusters of each color on each side. So that way we're not gonna stick all the greens on one and all of the blues on the other and call it good. We're gonna mix them together. So I'm gonna go here. And then one more, like maybe peeping down right around here. And then over on this side. See how easy this is? Right here, I'm gonna mix it up a bit. Just so your oddball we're not gonna just stick him in the middle and call him good. Let's make him part of the family here. Okay, and then we'll put, let's see, I still want one more, maybe down low. Okay, so we see how the colors are mixed all the way throughout. They're not clumped up on one side. We've got our interesting guy here that adds something unique and interesting. And it looks pretty complete. If I would normally probably go back through, add a couple more little fern greenery guys. Anywhere that I feel like it's bare. Well, this one doesn't want to clip. These are not great wire cutters. You'll get much better ones at the home improvement store. Anywhere that you feel like it's bare, go ahead and stick in your greenery. So don't do it all at the very beginning because you're gonna need it to fill in. Okay, we're gonna clip him. Come on, there we go. You're gonna need him to kind of fill in those little voids. So, love this. I could still go back in and I could put maybe a couple of taper candlesticks in here. That would be really, really cute. I could throw in some Easter eggs down in the bottom and use it for my Easter decor and then pull those out when it's not Easter anymore and still have a great centerpiece that's all done and looks gorgeous. Do we have any more questions on just the dough bowl that's popping up? No? Okay. We'll make sure to do a tutorial that fully covers this and the spray foam, maybe do a couple of different really irregular shaped vases. And, oh, you want to see what it looks like together. Okay, got it. So if you wanted to see, if you were thinking like this is something great that you wanted to do for Easter because the colors are really great and you're going to throw some Easter eggs on there and make it festive, this guy right here, let's throw my notes over here. Maybe the blown glass. This is the black flatware We just picked this up at Target. I think it's adorable. They also have it in a brushed brass, which would look stunning with this whole setup with the blush colored plates and goblets. That's where we got this. We don't carry flatware at the store. Kind of gives you an overall visual of how great these would look together on your table. So I hope you find this super helpful. I hope you go over to our YouTube channel and check that out. We're gonna start getting those tutorials going. I'll make sure to do one on the faux water because we did have a lot of questions on how to do that. And so we'll make sure to put those on there as well. So we have any other questions? We're all good. Thank you guys so much for watching.